This indicator shows us every time before when the orange EMA 21 crosses under the white MA 144, which is what is happening currently. We see the first bear market when this happened. 10 days later, the bottom was made. This coincided with the RSI going below the blue line shown. The next cycle bottom, exactly like before, 10 days after the cross. RSI is the same as before going below the blue line. The next cycle bottom, exactly like before, 10 days after the cross, and RSI is the same as before going below the blue line. We see currently the cross has happened, but not confirmed, until current candle is closed on Friday. If it does cross, then 10 days later should be the Bitcoin bottom candle, if history repeats itself. If the cross is not confirmed on Friday, then we look at 10 days after the next candle for the bottom. This yellow box is the current CME gap. This chart shows current chart pattern similar to the right chart just before the bottom. The moving averages help show this. RSI has similar setup also. We see the right chart is looking similar, and I think price is about here. A small rise up, then the sharp last drop to make the bottom. The RSI looks similar, and a short could be taken the moment RSI breaks under the yellow line. This would be a sharp decline, like a waterfall, to form that bottom for Bitcoin. This would coincide with the 10-day bottom scenario analysis. We see the pink EMA 34 used as the resistance before, and this is where I look for a short at current price action. I want to try enter a short at this pink EMA 34 touch and write it down for the final crash. Last video, I said if price rejects this POC, then we move down to fib pocket. We see the rejection. Then price went down respecting my levels and this VWAP line. Price has been held back by this trend line. A high chance that price moves up to touch this trend line. If reject the trend line, then move down to fib pocket. If break the trend line, then move up to this area for a short trade. If we break the fib pocket, then move down to the bottom area I have been talking about for many videos. As we are close to the bottom, this possible accumulation type setup could come into play. Enter a long off this trend line up to 74,000 area, then short down to 58,000 area, then long up to 72,000. First long trade is riskier as in middle of a range, so I am out if break trend line here. The less riskier trades are these two other trades shown, where I take a short from this area or take a long from the bottom area shown. These two trade setups are the areas where I have shown lots of confluence and analysis at these areas of interest. I really like this long trade setup in that area I have shown for many videos now. If price breaks this trend line, then the 10-day bottom scenario could play out, giving us a long opportunity. A close-up look of the trend line and trade shows where I will try a long trade if I see another bounce off this trend line. We know from previous chart price would have to break that trend line currently holding price back. I will wait for price to come back down, and then check the reaction at trend line to enter the long. If price breaks down from here and goes below trend line, then the drop scenario comes into play. So we watch this trend line now for a long, or if break it, then we watch for a long below at this level shown. This level lines up with these levels on Bybit levels chart, which would line up with the 10-day bottom scenario, which would line up with this RSI scenario I showed in multiple videos, which would line up with this bottom trend line I showed in my most viral video yet. Recent trades are shown. All my trade setups are in my videos. Thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe to support the channel.